everybody, welcome back to the program. Today I'm taking a look at the reference series tower speakers by Fluance. That's right, the same company that made this wonderful RT85 turntable. They are primarily known for speakers, and so this is my first chance to really listen to what they are known for. But if it's anything like this RT85, I think I'm gonna really enjoy these. But first things first, full disclosure, Fluance did send me these free of charge, but my opinions are my own. All right, let's get into it. Now this is a four-way speaker setup, meaning there's 4 drivers per tower. So you have one tweeter, actually I'll just remove this so you can see it better. So we have one tweeter, 2 mid-range, and then there's a down-firing low-frequency speaker down here at the bottom. It's kind of hard to see, but just take note of that. Also, these are really cool. These are magnetic speaker grills, which I love. So if you prefer this look, obviously rock it, or I like the cleaner look of that. And just look how easy that is to put back on. Now it comes in 2 finishes, piano black, which is just a glossy black, or this natural walnut finish. Of course, the front is this gloss black, so if you want to get an idea of what that gloss black finish all around looks like, it's right here. Now this also has the option of bi-wiring or bi-amping. Now, I'm not going to get into all the details, but it's up to your preference. You can totally wire this conventionally with a single set, a speaker cable going from your left output into the left channel, that sort of a thing. Or you can remove the bridges on the back and you have your option of bi-wiring or bi-amping. Now bi-wiring, you essentially take one output and split it off into 2 sets of wires. And the reason you would do this is that you feel that a certain set of wires is better for low frequency versus another set of wires is better for the highs and mid range. It's very subjective. I'm not going to tell you it's bad or good. It's up to you. Just be aware that it does increase the impedance a little bit. Now, bi-amping is where you take 2 outputs and connect it into 2 inputs on your speaker. So this effectively splits the highs and mids from the lows. So you have essentially, you have a lot more wattage going to this speaker. Now you got to make sure your gains are equal, but other than that, it's really dependent on your amp. Your amp may not support this. Of course, you could always use 2 types of amps. You could use a tube speaker you could use a tube amp for your mids and highs and a more solid state for your lows, or mix and match, however you want to do. But again, make sure your gain is equal. I don't have that set up. I didn't try it that way. I didn't try it by wiring. I just felt that was a little redundant. So I just did it conventional. I kept the bridges on in the back. So right off the bat, these sound great. There is a 10-hour break-in period where you want to play music at a moderate level, but then after that, it's free range. You can crank these puppies up and they are very, very good. I think these are priced just right. Anything below this price point, you might as well just get a nice set of bookshelf speakers. Also, competitively, these are right there with other brands in that same field. And a lot of these other brands, this is their entry-level price point. So these are right in that field. I think they look great. They come in 2 finishes. Preferably, I like the wood grain finish. I like the option of the bi-amp, bi-wiring. I think that's great for down the road as your system expands, as your ears get better tuned, you can upgrade. And speaking of that, also, these are great for eventually having a higher end sound system, a surround sound system, if you will. They also work really great for a stereo setup, which is how I primarily listen, which is actually how I listen to these in general. I just listen to a lot of vinyl through these, and I did do a little bit of A/B comparison with these. I'm pointing off screen, but I had to move my Sansuis off camera here. But as much as I love the vintage aesthetic of these speakers, they are a little tired. They do sound great still, but these things, it's crystal clear. There's no muddiness, and also what I really like about it is that there's no tunings to it, whereas the back of the Sansuis, these SP200s, there's like a little dial that I'm not exactly sure what that does, if that even works. but these are, they don't color the sound in any way. As far as I understand it, they are just, you know, straight, however your amp and the equalizer and all that colors the sound, these just reproduce that. These are high quality. I love the fact that it comes with floor spikes. I put these in on the bottom because originally I set these up without those, but putting the floor spikes in really locks these tower speakers on carpet. Now, if you have a hard floor surface, you probably won't want to use those, or you'll want to use those in conjunction with some sort of pad underneath as to not mark your floor. But I like the fact that you can then also fine tune the level of these speakers, because as far as I understand it, as you get more and more into the world of audiophile, the audiophile world, you really want to, you know, have your angles right, all that sort of thing really takes into account, you know, the angles of your room and stuff like that. A lot of stuff I don't quite understand, but I like the fact that these are an affordable price to start entering into that field, because as you know, the prices only go up from here. So I don't really have any specific negatives with these loudspeakers, but you may find that these aren't for your setup, and that a similarly priced set of bookshelf speakers will actually have slightly better components that will work better in, say, a smaller room. So again, it's really dependent on your setup and what you want to accomplish with your speaker system. So overall, I really like these speakers, and I think for their price point in this field of tower speakers, they are a real competitor, and you should not pass them up if you are in the market for these. And with that, I highly recommend the Fluance Reference Series tower speakers. All right, everybody, that will do it for today. Be sure to let me know what you think of these with a comment down below. Have you tried bi-amping or bi-wiring? Do you think it's for real, or do you think it's just a bunch of audiophile mumbo jumbo? I'd love to know. Until then, I'm your Vinyl Geek, and I'll catch you on the flip side. Hey everybody, thanks again for watching this product review. Now, if you want to see more, I have a playlist right there, as well as a video that YouTube will choose for me.